Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going back in time a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going back to the 2025 champions of the championship final.
Wow, what a match.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Yeah, I think a lot of people still talk about this one.
Oh, for sure, sure.
Ronnie O'Sullivan
The Rock
versus Judd Trump.
the ace in the pack.
So, right off the bat, you've got these amazing nicknames. You've got this clash of styles.
Generations.
Yeah, like different generations of snooker. It's like the old guard versus the new kind of...
The new kid on the block, almost.
Right, and everybody was wondering, could O'Sullivan, still do it at age 49? I mean, he's a legend, but...
And stamina, right?
Yeah, could he hold up through such a grueling tournament?
Especially against somebody like Trump.
All right, exactly.
Who, I think a lot of people going into this were saying that his game was really evolving.
It's interesting you say that because I was reading that, people were already calling him like a triple crown winner.
Oh, yeah. A world champion, UK champion, a Masters champion, and he was only, 35 at the time?
Yeah, he was just coming into his prime.
Yeah, and it almost felt like this was his moment.
Definitely.
To kind of really solidify his place in snooker history.
And when you contrast that with O'Sullivan, I mean, even back then, people were saying, could this be, his last hurrah? Is this kind of the end of an era for Ronnie?
Right, and, the way O'Sullivan plays, it's so precise.
Yeah.
It's like razor-sharp precision, they call it.
Almost surgical, the way he picks apart the table.
Yeah, and that 147 break he had earlier in the tournament, I mean, people are still talking about that.
Legendary.
It was amazing.
I mean, the way he set up each shot, the cue ball control, it was just...
It was like he was playing chess on the snooker table.
Exactly.
So you've got these two players at the top of their game, but with such different styles. What did you see as the main differences in their approach going into the final?
I think it really boils down to this idea of creativity versus resilience. O'Sullivan's game is all about minimizing errors, controlling the tempo, kind of like he's suffocating his opponent.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump is more of a force of nature.
Yeah.
He takes risks, but calculated ones.
Right.
And he's just relentless in his pursuit of victory.
So it's like the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
Exactly.
I love that.
Classic matchup, right?
So how did this actually play out? I mean, we all know the result, but I'm really interested in hearing kind of...
Well, I mean, one of the things that really stood out to me reading through the accounts of this match was that Trump's safety play was incredible in the final.
Really?
Yeah, there was one shot in particular, I think it was the 12th frame, where he used a banana shot to escape a snooker.
The banana shot.
Yeah, it's that shot where you have to curve the cue ball around another ball to hit your target.
Okay, so that's like a really high risk.
Super high risk.
Especially against a player like O'Sullivan.
Especially.
Who's so good defensively.
It was a bold move.
Yeah.
But it paid off beautifully. So
it sounds like Trump was adapting his strategy. He wasn't just relying on his usual firepower. He was kind of...
Absolutely. I think a lot of people thought that going into this final, he would just try to overpower O'Sullivan.
Right.
Just kind of go for broke on every shot. But he was much more measured.
Yeah.
He was playing the long game.
It seemed like he was always thinking, several shots ahead.
Oh, definitely. And one of the things that really struck me was this one source was talking about how Trump was subtly manipulating the table position.
Oh, interesting.
Throughout the match. He wasn't just trying to win individual frames. He was really thinking about how to set himself up for success in the later stages of the match.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that some people thought Trump's style was becoming less predictable.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a conscious effort on his part to keep O'Sullivan off balance?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think it's definitely possible. O'Sullivan thrives on rhythm and predictability.
Yeah.
So by introducing an element of surprise, Trump might have been able to disrupt O'Sullivan's flow.
Interesting. So, ultimately,
in the end,
Trump wins.
Yeah, he did.
Which honestly kind of surprised me.
A lot of people.
I was expecting O'Sullivan to pull it out,
No, Ronnie.
Yeah, he's
the Rocket.
The Rocket.
You never count him out.
Right, but Trump really.
Yeah.
I mean, he played brilliantly.
He did, yeah. It was a masterclass in, adapting to your opponent's strengths and exploiting their weaknesses.
It really makes you wonder, is this a changing of the guard in professional snooker?
Yeah, is this
the dawn of a new era?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think Trump's victory certainly suggests that a new generation of players is emerging. bringing with them this blend of power and strategy and adaptability.
So to everyone listening, what do you think? Is this a new era for snooker? What does Trump's win mean for the future of the sport? Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, leave a comment.
And in the meantime, go check out the match for yourself and maybe read some of the sources that we mentioned.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch.
This is the kind of match that, sparks debate for years to come.
Absolutely.
So until next time, happy snooker, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.